Sorry, I'm trying to post a reel while we're recording.
I thought that was Whittle for a second.
Oh no. The Whittler.
The Whittler. Oh, that's new.
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. I just said that. The Whittler.
The Whittler. Fiddler on the Whittler.
Fiddler on the Whittler.
You know, I played in Fiddler on the Roof, actually.
Did you?
Why do you look concerned?
I didn't know you did that.
I was in 4th grade.
I mean, still. It's kind of impressive.
No, it's not, because, bitch, they had me cast as a little boy. A little homeless boy. I need to find a picture so we can put it somewhere. I'm so serious.
Yo.
Bro, my parents, I got cast for it, and I was going to, like, rehearsals, like, every day after school for a while, and my parents took me to the thrift store, because they first of all, they didn't provide costume, which is weird. They had us go out and get it, so I remember going to the thrift store and buying men's clothing, and I had a brown vest and brown pants and these ugly ass boots, and I made it in the newspaper. Like, I don't even know why. I was at a table sitting around with these other girls who all played boys, and we were like holding up drinks, pretending to drink in 4th grade. Yeah.
Fiddler on the Diddler. What's happening? What's going on?
I don't know. But I was a little boy once. No.
Hello? Nice try, Diddy.
Oh my god. I cannot help.
Hello?
Anywho.
Yerski, Sirski. What's up?
Hi.
Hello.
I don't know why I got really hot.
I did also get hot. I think it's the multiple lights in our face.
Yeah.
Hopefully none of them fucking die this time, bro. The last 2 episodes. Right. Chill out. Don't do it.
I can't. I literally cannot with us ever.
I just don't get it. It's funny.
I think I'm also hot because I'm a little sick.
She's sick.
I'm sick.
Boo, you whore.
Bro. I've been trying to laugh all day, and my laugh turns into a cough. I'm going to sound like an old haggly woman most of the podcast. We have a special guest.
Cinder.
Cinder is her name for now. I don't know who named her that or why.
Who did this? Who's responsible?
Did they want to do like Cinderella or like Cinder Block?
Oh, that's what I think. Cinder Block. I was like, Castle, Cinder.
Castle? Okay. Now you're a brick. Pause.
She's cute though.
She is cute.
Her birthday's October 2nd. She's a Libra. Is she a Libra?
I think so. Is that Libra time? I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm a Libra.
I think she's a Libra.
Okay, she is that girl. Period. I love Beanie Babies though. I used to have so many.
They're so cute. I don't know why you can't take off the tag, but you just can't.
You just can't, and you really shouldn't. Don't do it.
Don't do it. I don't know who comes for you, but I think somebody.
You're gonna get in a lot of trouble if you take that tag off.
Yeah, don't do that.
Yeah. Literally, because, like, all of mine had the tag on, so, I was always told, don't take it off. Because I guess one day they would be worth something, but then I don't know where they went. Do you have yours still?
The landfill. I don't know.
The landfill's crazy.
That's where they are. You know what's crazy? Our childhood toothbrush is still on this earth. The first toothbrush we ever had.
That's so weird. And also so sad.
Isn't that disgusting?
Oh, God. I don't like that. That's terrible.
Yeah.
Fuck. I don't even whenever I think about that kind of stuff, like every now and then it'll pop into my head or like I'll see it on social media, like where all of our trash goes. I'm like, oh my God. Like even like, you just don't think about it when you just like put your trash in like the trash can every day or whatever, like outside.
I do.
Like
I think about it.
But it's so weird. Like,
I'm like, how do I not produce waste? Like I don't know how people live like waste free.
I don't get it either.
I'm sorry, I'm not wiping my ass with a reusable. You ever see those? We have family. They have like family wipe things, and they're like washable. I'm like, you took a shit, wiped your ass with that shit, and then washed it on the next person who also like.
No.
Excuse me.
Excuse me.
Excuse me. Excuse me. Shout out Callie.
Yeah, she's at her Mimi's house right now. Bless.
God bless.
God bless.
We haven't introduced ourselves yet. That's normally what happens. We talk for 10 minutes. We're like, wait, who are we?
Fuck, and we don't have drinks right now. I mean, you have a coffee.
I know.
had a matcha before I got here, but I finished that shit so fast. I'm not gonna
Wait,
lie.
I have this little thing.
What? What is that?
Crown apple.
Oh no! I'm scared.
Let's do it.
Bro, this smell is gonna take me back like 10 years.
Don't smell.
How can I not smell?
Out your mouth.
Okay, fine. Shit. Shots.
Right.
Shot.
Can we introduce ourselves
Okay.
first?
I'm sorry. Okay.
Shot. She was so ready. She was so fucking ready.
I'm so ready. Okay.
Hello. Ooh.
It sounded like the sound you made earlier. This bitch said, I don't even know what you said.
Yeah. I don't know what I did. Something like that. Did we already take the shots? What's going on? Hello, friends.
Hi, guys. As I pull up my shirt.
Right. Hello.
Were
Wait.
you looking? Oh, no. What is even happening right now?
Hello.
Hello.
I'm Johnny.
And I'm Rach.
And this is
a Young Milf podcast.
Yeah. Everybody.
What if you just start like pouring the shot in
Right.
my mouth?
Oh, I thought you said start pouring everywhere.
Oh. We're just like soaking wet.
Right.
That's crazy.
Anywho,
I'm really hot.
let's take this shot.
Okay.
You're about to get more hot from this
I
thing.
know. I might have to open a window or something. I don't even have a chaser.
The window. And we're like 9 years old dancing that shit. Anyway,
Literally.
cheers. I don't know if you heard that at all.
Right? Probably just like a...
It was like it sounded like a pillow. Alrighty, Crown Royale, Regal Apple. I don't know what that accent was. I'm scared.
I don't know what that was either.
It's like Jamaican a little bit.
I right? No. Hello?
Who am I? Who is she?
Who is this diva?
Right. Cheers.
Yes. Oh.
I thought I took more than I did. Here you go.
Oh! I think we just harmonized when we screamed.
My tongue is tingling.
Okay, oh my god. I feel like I barely took any. I should go back for more, I think. Can I?
Yeah, I thought we were gonna go back and forth.
Oh, sure, here. I thought we were gonna take a break.
No,
we're just finishing it.
It's getting hot.
My body's hot.
Right, I'm about to say, start stripping again. Anyway.
Bro, this haze reminds me of like, I was like 17, which is crazy. Oh, God. Okay. Are you tapping out? Is that it?
That's all you.
Wait, where did you even get this from?
It's been in my bag for a minute. I feel like I got it somewhere. I was like, this isn't in case of emergency. It's like break the glass. You know,
Right.
You know those things, break the glass in emergency?
Didn't that happen last time we were out too? You had that bottle in your car or something?
Yeah, just
emergency bottles everywhere. Shots. Right. Johnny got it.
I'm chasing with coffee. Also, I just tried to put the lid on this little ass lid. I was like,
the liquor's getting to her head already.
woo!
Here you go. It's so tiny, but here you go.
Right, she's so cute.
Oh, bro, yeah, I remember
Here you
drinking.
go, girlfriend.
Oh my gosh, she needs
Forgot
a
to
shot
give you
too.
some. Oh wait, there's a drop in there. Dragon ass breath, bitch. Here you go. Oh.
Ooh.
Oh wait, she didn't cheers. Okay, whatever.
It's okay.
It's alright, girly. You got it.
Sponsor us.
Beanie Baby.
And Crown Royale. That's a crazy
Fucking
combo.
collab.
Right?
Collab.
Crown Royale X Beanie Baby.
Right. Before we get into this episode, bro, today Romeo had me laughing really hard because he was like so excited to like he's always
Sorry.
You're good.
Okay.
Romeo's always really excited to like do things on his own. Like he always was like, "Are you proud of me?" That's like his thing.
Yeah.
So cute. But today we're in the bathroom and he's like hanging the little hand towel on the wall and every time he, like, leaves, he's like, I'm gonna turn off the light. We're like, okay. And he, like, goes and he's so excited to, like, turn it off. And then he, like, hits the fuck out of his elbow on the sink. And he's like, like, he just starts, like, and I'm like, oh, you hit your funny bone. He said, it's not funny. And I was like, no, it's what it's called. And he said, no, it's not. And slams his bedroom door on my face. And I'm just standing there and I'm like, you know, it really isn't funny. Like,
it's not funny. That shit hurt.
It's not funny. I was like, you're really right. And I had to go in the room and, like, tell him that it was called that, but he didn't want to hear that shit.
Poor baby. He said, fuck y'all saying it's funny for. Right. I'm in pain.
I get it, though.
Yeah.
It's not funny.
Tyler, keep it real with you.
Yeah. I'm like, you know what? True. True that, bestie.
I can just see you standing at the door like...
Yeah, no, I was like, like, literally, I sent the emoji to my friends. I said, I was standing there like this.
The emoji.
I said, you're right.
You're so right.
That was my story. Sorry. Had to share that because I thought it was funny as fuck.
That is my story. Do I have a story about Callie? Let me think. From, like, the past day. Oh, last night she decided to wake up at, like, 4 a.m. screaming. Don't know why. She hasn't done that in a long time. She's been, like, sleeping through the night, like, 13 hours maybe even. Oh. She's been, like, I think it's growth spurt, but last night I think she had, like, a nightmare or something. Aww. Woke up screaming, and I went out there. She decided it was time to play. So she's like, let's go in my room. I want to play toys. I'm like, girl, do you know it's 4 o'clock in the morning? Right. I'm literally walking out there. My hair is on my one side of my head. I got, like, one eye open. I'm, like, dying. And we're in her room at 4 o'clock in the morning making flowers out of Play-Doh and playing with balloons and stuff. So that's what happened. That's my story.
You know, this is our 23rd episode.
23.
Look at us going.
I know, and then soon we'll hit 30, and then soon we'll hit 40, and then soon we'll hit fucking 100.
Right. Like, I'm really just proud of us. I honestly think about that sometimes, though. I know we have a whole conversation that we're going to get into, but I just want to say I'm proud of us.
Me too.
I just want to put that out there because, you know, just starting something that just because you just have the idea of doing it, and then, like, you know, it's 2 years, almost 3 years later, I'm not going to lie to you.
I think we have to have, like, a little anniversary celebration or something.
Yeah. I think in the beginning it was kind of slow until, like, the past couple months, honestly.
Yeah, I think a big part of that had to do with, like, one, life, but then two, I mean, I think when we started I was, like, 6 months postpartum, not even. Maybe not even.
Yeah.
And then Romy was still very young.
Yeah.
But now our babies are growing up, and now we're, like, kind of able to, like, step away for a second and actually get things done in a good manner and like in a good amount of time. Which helps a lot. And any mama knows that it's really fucking hard to do anything with your kid. Today I was at Wawa before I dropped Callie off at Keenan's mom's, and coincidentally I parked right next to another mom, and she was, I think, a little bit older than us. She had to be like she's probably in her early 30s, but she had 2 kids. She had a son who was around Callie's age, maybe a little bit younger, and then she had a daughter who was maybe Romy's age. And I was like, oh, girl. And we go into Wawa at the same time, and her kids are, like, doing the exact same thing that Callie's doing, like, running over to the donuts. Mommy, I want this. Mommy, I want that. Da-da-da. She's by herself, and she's telling them, like, wait a second. I'm literally doing the same thing with Callie. Then we finally, like, ended up meeting up, like, getting our drinks at the drink station. And the little boy had a donut. Callie had a donut, and little boy comes, like, running over to Callie, and his mom's like, look, like, she has a donut too. And we're, like, talking, whatever. I'm just like, this is, like, you get me. We get each other right now.
Right.
Like,
yeah,
I always love those little moments. And, like, we actually ended up, like, leaving at the same time too. And, like, I'm in the car. I'm putting Callie in the car, and she's coming around to put her kids in the car. I'm like, I'm in her way. I'm like, oh, girl, I'm so sorry. She's like, girl, you know I get it. I'm like, you get it.
Yes, I love that.
Yeah.
I love that, like, understanding.
Yeah.
And, like, just, like, you're good. You don't need to rush with me. You know,
exactly.
You don't need to feel like you're a burden in this space.
Exactly.
Like, I feel you. I get you.
Exactly. And that's why I just love when, like, you know, that it's just community comes together. Moms get each other. We get each other. We feel each other. Like, we know the real deal.
Yeah.
Every time.
Yeah, because you're there for, like, the entirety of, like, a kid's life for real. You know, like, other people kind of, like, see snippets of it. They're like, oh, I love this. You make me want to have kids. It's like, bitch, what the fuck?
You don't even know yet.
You know nothing.
Nope.
You know nothing.
It's funny because, like, my cousin, Nathi, who you guys have briefly heard about her probably before in the past. She lives with us. And she gets to see Callie every day, but you know, it's like she pops in and out from work, or like she like goes out, whatever. So she's been heavy on like, I don't want to have kids because I see Callie. I'm like, okay, fair. I'll take it. I can't judge at all. I'm not one to judge, because you see what happens. You see what goes down behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Like, so, you know, it goes either way. It's okay. I'm never one to judge. If you want kids, go get them. If you don't.
Go get them.
Go get them.
Go get them kids.
Go to the store and go buy them.
Right.
No, playing. No, you know what I mean. Go make them. Go make them.
Yeah.
That's better. Go get them.
Go get them. Go team.
Go Birds.
Right. Go Birds.
The Super Bowl is this Sunday. And I don't know why I said it like that. I was so sassy.
This Sunday.
Somebody put me on a damn commercial.
Right. Please.
And we're going to be downtown. I'm scared.
I'm a little scared. I also was thinking about going live on TikTok while we're there.
Please. Oh my god, that'd be so fucking fun.
Yeah.
I would love that.
Yeah.
Because this episode will probably be out after that. So we can just, like, come back and, like, whoever sees it, like, you know,
right.
will be hearing this.
You were there. The ones that get it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh my god. I'm hot.
Yeah.
And my throat's really dry. And I feel like I'm underwater right now because I'm so congested. Do I sound congested?
Not horrible. I've heard worse.
You have.
I've heard you with no voice.
Please. I feel like that has to be buried. I'm so serious. Bro. So bad. I lost my voice one year. And it was all on camera. I literally sounded deathly.
Yeah.
She did.
You like watching the video, you're like laughing, and you're like, what the fuck was that?
What was that? No, literally, what was that? I don't even know how it happened. I think I was really sick, and then as I was like healing, I guess, and my throat was so shot from it, my voice just like went. And it was crazy. It was so bad. So today we're gonna be talking about lessons that we want to teach our kids, or like lessons we want to give them, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think me and Rach are like really spiritual people, I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yes.
And we like, I don't know, we're I don't know how to describe it, we're just very different.
Yeah.
And I feel like we think really deep into like
everything.
Yeah, especially when it comes to our kids and like the things we do around them, or the things that we say, or like the way that we treat them. We think about those things like a lot, and we've come on here several times, like talking about the times that we've like fucked up, you know? We've yelled at our kids, we've literally been like, shut the fuck up, like, you know what I mean? Like, and the mom guilt that comes from that shit. But I think, I mean, I've seen it from both of our kids, like how we are around them has like completely like honestly shaped them, and it's honestly so beautiful and cute, like,
I know,
to see them like be emotional, to be aware of other people and how they feel. And I just like, sometimes I'm very, not even sometimes, every time that is displayed, I'm just in awe of like, how are you able to be so sentimental and be so caring at times, because you know there's the other side of it. But to see that, you know, mirrored by your child, it's like honestly probably one of the best feelings as a parent, is just to see your child like communicating in a way where they're like, I don't want to hurt you, you know? Like the other day I picked up Romeo from school. In the beginning he was yelling, he doesn't like me picking him up from school, he likes my dad doing it. And I get there and I'm like, buddy, like, we're gonna go home, we're gonna eat snacks, like, you know, I'll stop at Wawa, whatever. And he's like yelling at me, and I'm like, you know, I really don't like how you're making me feel right now. And I was just, you're on the phone.
I was on the phone. I'm like literally like hearing the conversation.
You're on the phone. I forgot about that. And I'm like, listen, like, I know what you want. I can't do that for you right now. I can provide you, because he wanted my dad to give him a snack. That's what happens. But I was like, we can go get a snack. I got you. Like, and he's just yelling at me and he's upset. And I was like, I don't like when you do this. And he goes, oh, I'm sorry, mommy. I don't want you to feel that way. I want you to be happy. And he's like, I'll give you a kiss and a hug when we get out of the car, because I don't want you to be sad.
Oh.
God.
Thank you.
A 1 And a two.
Thanks. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
It smells good out there.
I'm making chopped cheese. I just finished. I got Armenian string cheese and I was finished ripping it all up.
Oh, yummy.
Did you put a timer on for this one?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. Okay. But yeah, it's moments like that I'm like, I'm doing something right. Like, even in the midst of the yelling, of the being upset, of the being overwhelmed, and like literally I've yelled at my kid so many times. Mm-hmm. I've yelled at him so many times because
Same.
I'm overwhelmed. You're yelling at me, and I know we have to like level out our energy so they can match it. But sometimes, bro, I can't do that.
Sometimes all you can do is yell.
Sometimes you just can't control it. You can't control how you react because we're also still developing and learning. And, you know, I think when you have a kid, you start to notice the person that you are, like, well. And then sometimes it's like, ugh, I hate that I act this way. Like, why can't I sit here and be calm sometimes? And why can't I just stay that way? You know, sometimes I feel like I start off real calm, and then as it progresses, I'm like, all right, bro, please stop. Yeah. Like, I need you to stop. It's so hard sometimes to, like, level yourself out because what's in front of you is screaming and yelling and crying and kicking and throwing and punching.
And then you might be going through something else at the same time. Like, you might be going through something internally. You might have had a bad day. Something might have happened that threw you off. And then now you're trying to calm your child down when you're not even calm. It's hard. It's really hard. And it's like you have to find that fine line in between. But sometimes you just don't. And not even sometimes, a lot of times you don't, if I'm being so honest. And I don't know, like you said, you do become very aware of the kind of person you are and how you speak to your kid and how you treat them. Because I know, like, when I'll get really frustrated or overwhelmed with Callie, and then I'll notice that maybe the next time something like this happens where she's having a tantrum or she's frustrated about something and she's just not letting up, then I'm like, okay, in the back of my head, I'm like, now it's time to stay calm. It happened today. So I was making the bed earlier, and Callie's, one of her favorite things to do is to not let me make the bed. She thinks it's a game. Like, literally, she thinks it's a game, but there's been times when I've gotten so frustrated because I'm trying to get, like, I'm in a rush trying to get things done. I hate making the bed. Actually, like, fully, I took everything off, went to the washer, put everything back on. I hate it.
I also hate that.
And because it's so many steps. Like, so many. I'm, like, sweating. Right. But anyway, so her favorite thing to do is just not let me make it and jump all over it and pull the sheets off as I'm putting them on. So I'll put one corner on, she'll go over and pull it off as I'm putting the other one on. It's frustrating and overwhelming. And so there's been times in the past where I've been like, get off the fucking bed. Like, literally drag her ass out the bed. Like, do not. And she starts crying, and I'm like, okay, fuck. Like, and then at some point I'll just let her cry and I'll finish the bed. But then today she was doing it, and in the back of my head I said, I'm not going to yell at her. I'm not going to yell at her. What I did was she started jumping on the bed, and I was like, baby, can you help me? And so I'm putting one corner of the sheet on, and she's on the other corner trying to put it on herself, which she can't, but she's trying. And then I meet her there, and I do it. And then we do the same thing for the third corner, and the fourth corner, and so on, whatever. And so at some point I tell her, baby, okay, here comes the last corner. It's time to get off the bed, because if you're on top of it, I can't pull the sheet. It's too, it's stuck.
Yeah.
She listens to me, and I'm surprised, because usually she's like laughing at me because she thinks it's a game and she does it anyway. But today she looked at me and she said, okay. And she got off, and I said, come stand next to mommy. And she came down off the bed by herself. She stood next to me, and I'm finishing the bed. And I'm like, this is weird, but okay. Whatever's happening is working.
Right.
So I'm going to keep doing it. And I didn't get frustrated in the moment. And I was very aware that, oh, wait, this is different than before. Maybe it's because I took a more calm approach, or maybe it's because for some reason she is having a better understanding all of a sudden. I mean, she just turned 3. I've already noticed some things change, which is crazy, because she turned 3 like last week.
Yeah.
But it's very, like, quick They start just catching on, and I feel like it goes faster as she gets older.
Yeah.
Like, hello? Like, how do you... We're having conversations? When did that...
Yeah.
When was that a thing?
Yeah.
And so, you know, like, the whole thing with making the bed, it's just a great example for, like, how you can shift your focus into how you want to treat your kid. Like, you're allowed to get overwhelmed and be angry, but also you can be aware and maybe switch it up. And maybe, who knows, your kid might understand and be like, okay. Because, you know, like you were saying with Romeo, I really do think that's amazing, because you were saying, like, out of all, like, the frustration and, like, the yelling, you're doing something right. He understands you, and he's just bringing what you taught him back to you.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it is beautiful.
It's so sweet. No, I think the thing that we kind of underestimate about, like, a child's mind is that their brain is so malleable, you know? And so that's an amazing thing, but also kind of scary. And so when it comes to, like, how fast they catch on to things as they grow older and as they're exposed to more, to us, it's like, we said it earlier, it's very surprising. It's like, oh my God, how the fuck do we even know this or understand this?
Yep.
But their brain is absorbing everything. Like, everything. Think about it. They came into this earth not knowing a damn thing, as we all did. You know? We've all developed into the people that we are because we absorbed everything around us, especially in the beginning of our lives, because there was nothing in there. It was an empty room, you know? Now we have rooms full of furniture and boxes and books and everything that we've collected throughout our entire lives. To them, it's a vacant room.
And all they knew was just you standing right there.
You're in the middle.
Literally. That's it.
And that's it.
Yeah.
And honestly, that's why we say it all the time, that we really believe that mothers are the people who form and shape the world. You know, we're creating a human being that is going to one day be just like us, with their own thoughts, their own beliefs, their own ways of treating other people and treating themselves. And so I think it's really important to focus on how you treat them right now, even though they're not fully there yet. They're taking all of that in, and it's very hard to balance yourself and your feelings while dealing with this big emotion little thing. You know what I mean? Sometimes you just want to like, you know what I mean?
I know.
In, like, the least harmful way ever, but also it's like, bro,
because they are just one big ball full of, like, uncontrolled emotions.
Everything.
Just running around. Like,
emotions, energy. How the fuck do you have much? Like, you have so much energy, bro. I'm like,
no, literally dying.
My
like,
eyes twitching. I'm like, hello.
That was literally me this morning at 4:00.
Yeah. No, literally.
It's crazy, because then it's like, really, you have to be the one to be able to grab this emotion right here, grab this emotion right here, and be like, baby, here we are. Here's what we have, and this is what it is. Let's come back to it, and this is what this means. This is what that means.
Let's grab the wheel. Let's take control.
Like, literally take control. And it's, you know, people can feel that pressure of, oh, it is really all up to me. Baby, it is.
It is.
It is. And, you know, I don't, like, when I say that, like, it is, because, mind you, like, your child will also, of course, have other people in their lives that influence them or affect them as they grow up. You know, it is us as mothers, but we have their dads, we have their grandparents, we have their aunts, their uncles, their cousins. They learn from other people too. It's just like, I don't know if it's happened to you yet now that Romy's in school, but, like, has he, like, maybe learned something from another kid at school yet and, like, brought it back to you? Or, like,
I think that's where, in the last episode, I mentioned that he came to me and he was like, Mommy, I want you and Daddy to be in love. I think that was something he heard from another kid. And he was probably like, wait,
why aren't my...
Yeah, and, like, how do you know that we're not? Which is the crazy part about it. Because before I expressed, like, why I thought it was crazy, I'm like, this is so normal. But then how do you know that's not what a loving relationship looks like?
Right.
So to me, I'm like, you know a lot. You know so much.
They know a lot more than we can even
comprehend.
Yeah.
You know, he knows there's mommy's house and daddy's house. We've had several conversations about it. He's come to me several times about that. And he's like, I have 2 homes. That's what he tells everybody. I have 2 homes. I have mommy's house. I have daddy's house.
Yeah. Well, you know, now think about it. Say him and another kid at school got into a conversation, and maybe he brought it up. Like, oh, I have mommy's house and I have daddy's house. And maybe another child was maybe more informed on what that meant and was like, oh, does that mean your mommy and daddy aren't in love? You know, that could have been a thing too, where he's like, wait, what do you, like not in love? Like, or it could be that, or also, I do believe that he does have an understanding of maybe, like, that this is just what it is.
Or maybe he was able to put it together if someone else was like, I only have 1 home.
Right, exactly.
How do you have 2?
Like, does that mean they're not, you know...
And mommy's like, I have mommy and daddy house. Like, well, mommy and daddy live together. And he's like, wait, what?
Yeah, exactly.
It's so...
Yeah, and that's what I mean by, like, the influence of that outside world. That's the kind of scary part about the outside world and, like, the influence that has on your child, because I think about it a lot. I'm like, damn, like... One day, Callie's gonna be in elementary school and grow up around so many other kids who have all these other people as their parents who, like, maybe have, like, different opinions on things or, like, think... I don't even know, like, how they think. Like, it worries me, but at the same time, it's cool because, like, she'll get to learn other things from other people, of course, but, you know, besides me and, like, her family and, you know, that's just how life works. It's a cool thing about friends and, like, growing up. But the thing is, like, I don't want her to be badly influenced, but it's kind of, like, inevitable, because I've been in situations where I was, I've had a bad influence from somebody else, or, like, it's just something you really can't avoid as they grow up, but I really want to try my best, like, for her not to get involved with certain people or end up in certain situations, because that's really what it is. It's the bad influence that the outside world might have on your child as they grow up. And, you know, the world's a scary place. People are scary. I don't know. I don't like people. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You know, but yeah, it's something that, like, at some point, this is so crazy, but at some point, like, you kind of just, like, have to let them. You know? Yeah. Like, what the hell? Like, that's so crazy to me. Like, I kind of remember, like, when my parents let me. Like, you know? Like, I remember there came a point in time when I was just, like, all of a sudden, I was 17 and driving around God knows where with who knows what. And they weren't calling my phone or texting me or anything. I'm just like, oh, I'm out here.
Oh, I can't relate. My parents blew up my phone till now.
Now, I don't want to say they didn't call me. Yeah. They did. They didn't blow my phone up, though. Like, they were kind of just, like, very much, like, okay, like, see you when we get home type time, if that makes sense.
That's so nice for you. My parents stalked me. And I wish I was joking. Like, I understand they had my best interests at heart, but I think when you become, like, that hovering parent, you know, it creates a weird relationship between you and your child. I won't lie. I think I really didn't come to them at all when I was going through something or I was in a situation. Like, there's been several times, you know, I was at a party once in high school and the cops came and I'm jumping over fences. Like, I'm running for my life because I'm like, if my parents knew I was here, they would beat my ass. And I ended up finding a friend's house, and I didn't call my parents. I called my friend's grandmother.
It's crazy.
Anna, if you're watching this, call her grandmother. Miss Lee, love her. They weren't the first people I would call, you know? There was other times I would call my friend's uncle. Because he got lit and he understood.
He got lit.
No, he definitely did. And shout out to him. But I think, you know, your kid is just going to be whoever they're meant to be in reality. I think it is a big job of ours to do our best to just build up that foundation of, like, know when you're in danger. Right. Know when you're in a situation that you shouldn't be. Notice the issues or the red flags.
Yeah, know who's good and who's bad.
Yeah.
Like, trust your gut. I feel like that's something I was always aware of. My dad always, literally, he even told my mom, every time I leave the house, watch your surroundings. Every time. And that's something that I always stick in my head. Literally, I can hear his voice in my head right now, because he would say it every time. And, you know, as our kids grow up, we're going to have to be telling them, like, you know, you got to be careful with people. You have to be careful who you involve yourself with.
Yeah.
You have to make sure you are a good person. Like, that's a big thing for me, too. I really want that to be a big part of the foundation for Callie. Like, have a good heart. Be a good person. Like, be empathetic. Like, know that, like, so many people are going through so much worse than you are. Like, that's a big thing for me. And you know, I just think about, like, the kind of woman that she might be one day, and I don't want to say drives me insane to think about it, because I'm like I wish I could know right now, but I can't, because she has so much growing to do. Like, so much. Like, what? Yeah. Like, I'm thinking about her in her 20s. Like, but one day we'll be there. Yeah. Because look how fast 3 years went by. Yeah. And, you know, one day she'll be making her own decisions, and regardless, you know, I want to be the one to guide her, but, like, she's gonna one day just be like, Mom, I got it. Yeah. Which is sad.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, think about how much growing we've done in ourselves and within our lives in the past 4 years, you know? Like, and the thing is, we're still around our parents, both of us. Yes. You know, we still have those people in our lives who brought us up to form part of who we are. But I don't know. I think the relationship that this generation specifically has with their children is very different from any generation, and you know, like son mother, like relationship, son daughter, like, you know, like son daughter, I know what you meant. Son mother daughter mother. You know, like it's very different from what any generation has ever experienced. I think it's because we have all, for some reason, at the same time, we're all breaking those generational curses.
Yeah, it's like we all, at the same time, we're like, I don't want to be like them. It's like we all, at the same time, we're like, I don't want to be like them. Yeah. And that's really fucking cool. And I love that for us, because, like, we're very aware of certain things that we went through as kids and growing up. We're very aware of how our parents did things, or how they currently do things,
or even how they developed into the way they are, you know? Exactly. Thinking a little deeper into, like, wait, you're a human being too.
And I made some really good today. Hello? What is... Oh.
We wanted to interrupt you guys to show you that we made...
You have to try this, Johnny.
This, guys.
What is that?
That is called a chopped cheese made by Keenan and Woodward. Oh, God.
I don't think you could see that at all. Oh. You were, like, at the bottom.
Cut the veggies. That looks delish.
Get some...
Hello. Very much delish.
Okay, do you want this now? He was like, I want to try it on camera. Let's go show them. And then he, like, left his phone there.
Is there a string on yours?
Oh, right there.
Oh.
Swiddle. A swiddle. Wait,
Sweetie,
get your behind. I know you're about to knock something over with your big
She only in here because the food's in here.
Well, get out.
That's so good.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Thank you for the little taste test.
Right. You know me and
Bone apple tittle.
Bone apple tittle.
Bone apple tittle.
Tiddly diddly do. I love how we had like a snack break.
Right, what was that?
I don't know. We're keeping it. It also ties into discovering what our parents went through as they grew up, and how that had an influence on how they raised us. It literally goes back and goes back and goes back. It's literally like a whole timeline. You just keep going back. And me personally, I actually discovered some things that were like, oh, light bulb just went off. That's why. It's like, you know what I mean? I'm like, I don't want to get too deep into things, but I'm like, oh, that's why my dad does certain things. That's why my mom does certain things, because it was because of how they were raised. I mean, it literally, like, the discoveries I've made, and it's almost like how when my brain started maturing, I was like, oh, like, it all made sense. And then I'm like, okay, yes, they're human, but we can work on things. Yeah. And it really all comes back to you because you have to take on that responsibility.
Mm-hmm.
Do I want to work on this? Do I want to change myself? Do I want to be a better person to myself and to my kids, to the people around me? It's on you. And I think with us, our generation of mothers and parents, yeah, I want to be a better person. Yeah, I want to do better for my kid. Like, I don't want to do those things. Right. And I just love how we are very, very aware of all of that, honestly.
Yeah. Like, I don't want my kids to feel the way I do.
Yeah.
That is so big. Mm-hmm. Like, and, you know, as you grow older and you do decide that you want better for yourself, you do decide that, what just happened?
Why?
I was like, why did it get darker?
Every time. Hold on. Wait, because this is crazy, because I lost that third light that I had in my hand. Lily had it in my hand and it disappeared. There's chopped cheese on the floor. I just...
Did you step on it?
I don't know. Bro, oh my god, my cheeks are so hot right now. Jeez. Pause.
I think something that I take a lot of pride in is, as a mom, is the fact that, like, I talk to my 4-year-old like he's grown. Mm-hmm. Because, like we said earlier, you know, their entire foundation is developed in this time. Essentially, that is a grown man. That is a grown man, because one day he will be a grown man.
Yeah.
So I can't be on that baby shit anymore, you know? Like, there needs to be some sternness in what I'm explaining, and there needs to be some understanding, you know? Even with the simplest shit, like, there's a knife on the counter. You cannot touch that. And I'm looking at him straight in the eye, like, at his level, too. Mm-hmm. I'm like, never touch that without, not at all, but only adults can touch that, because you could get really hurt, and it doesn't feel good to get hurt, you know? Mm-hmm. You feel pain, and you cry, and, you know, you need someone to help you, and I'm like, you can't touch the knife. And it's, the other day, I heard my dad telling him the same thing, basically, with the trash bags. He said, never get in one of these. He's like, do you hear me? I need you to understand this. Like, I need you to say yes, that I can't get in this bag. Even though, like, it's so... to us, it's like, obviously, bitch. But to them, again...
They don't know.
Nothing in the room, bitch.
Literally nothing.
Nothing's in that room. So you gotta tell them, because... You hear the tragic shit that happens to kids, you know, with the cords on the blinds, you know,
oh my God,
with furniture falling on children, you know.
I heard of a story a couple months ago. A kid was I think he was a little bit older. I think like maybe like 7 or 8 or something. He was wearing a lanyard, and he was jumping on his bed, and he jumped off the bed, and the lanyard got caught on the, because they had these poles on the bed, like, you know, at either end. It got caught, and nobody was in his room with him. He was by himself, because he's like 7 or 8.
Yeah.
So nobody's thinking to go check on him, like, okay, he's playing. And bro, it's the simplest stuff, but it's really like it's up to us to be like, you can't do this, because this will happen to you. Yeah. And we literally are gonna have to do that for like the rest of their lives. Yeah. And I will be like, I will make it a point to do that. You know what I mean? Like, that's something that will never get out of my head. Even, like, Callie, she understands now about the knives. Because she always wants to help me cook now. Yeah. Help Daddy cook. And so we'll bring the chair up to the countertop, and she'll get on top, and we'll have the cutting board out. We'll be cutting stuff, and I'll have her, like, to my side. I'm like, grown-ups only touch knives. You don't touch knives. They're very dangerous. And so the other day, she was on the countertop with me, and I'm, like, cutting something, and she goes... Knives are for grown-ups. I'm like, exactly. Yeah. And it's registering in her brain. Yeah. And I'm like, okay, yeah, this is working. Yeah. Yeah. Again, the little hints and the little things that you see that you're like, okay, you understand me. Mm-hmm. Literally the other day, Romeo's in the living room, and he's like, Mommy, the floor's lava. And he's like jumping on the couch, and I like run into the kitchen. He has this little stool in there because he also likes to help. Yeah, yeah. And I'm standing on top of it, and he's like running over. He's like, Mommy, the floor's not lava anymore. And he sees me standing on the stool. He goes, Mommy, you can't stand up there. That's dangerous. You're gonna get hurt. You need to get down. Oh. And I was like, you're right. Yeah. It's like, it's honestly so cute. And then to me, I also want to cry. Here we go. Every time it happens, yeah, I want to cry, because
I know that what I'm saying isn't going in one ear and out the other. Like, it's getting caught in the middle. Like, and you're getting it. You understand because you're constantly showing me through these little moments. Obviously, I'm not gonna fall off the fucking stool and, like, hurt my ass. Or maybe I could.
Maybe you could. But because you made it so apparent to them that it's dangerous, they think that's gonna happen. And it's good that they think that's gonna happen because it could happen to them.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's cute.
It is cute.
It's so cute.
It's so sweet. It's so sweet. And you know, bringing back to the whole like awareness thing and how I'm just thinking like it could be like good and bad too. Like how they're hearing us and it's not going in one ear out the other. They're grasping onto everything and they're absorbing everything, and it's like they're taking all of the lessons we're trying to teach them, but also they could be taking the frustration that we're sending to them. And that's something that is probably happening, and it's like that's where it's like we have to come back to ourselves and think about the things we might say or do before we react. And I know it's so hard, and I try my best to, believe me, but like I'm telling you, believe me, I try. But again, that's where I come back, and I'm another situation may arise, and I'm like, okay, I can talk to her better. I can be better than I was yesterday. Like, it's baby steps. It's one day at a time. You can do it. Yeah. And, you know, there's going to be times when they grow up and you might have to yell at them for something else. It's a never ending cycle of that. Literally never stops. And it's going to continue on and on and on and on. And it's just how they learn. But I think, you know, you can be stern and you can be a little strict if you have to, but as long as you're keeping them safe, that's what matters. Yeah. I think one of the things I really focus on is being completely open and honest. Like when Romeo was frustrating me, I'd be like, you're actually frustrating me, man. Like I'm overwhelmed. Like I need you to stop that because I'm getting upset. That's what I was telling you the other day. I was like, you're making me mad. And I know what you desire right now is something that you really want, but I can't give that to you. Or what you want to do right now, you cannot do because it's bedtime. I understand that. And I get you. Like, that's my main thing is I hear you. Like, I completely understand. He says every night before he goes to bed, I don't want to go to bed. I'm like, dude, I fucking get it. You're so right. I'd rather just sit here and watch, you know, a movie and eat some snacks, but you have school tomorrow. And he's like, I don't want to go to school ever again. And I was like, but don't you love school? Right. Don't you have friends there? Like, don't you like singing and like doing crafts? Like, isn't that really fun? Like, that's so cool that you get to go and do that. You bring it back to mommy, you show me, you're really excited. Yeah. And you know, it's almost I don't want to say a mind game, but you almost make like every thought and decision that you're trying to teach them like their choice. Yeah. You kind of present it in a way where it's not like you need to do that. Yeah. It's like, isn't this kind of cool? Right. You know, like Romeo going to the tub, he used to fight me for that shit. I'm like, what if we brought our cars in there? Like, how cool would it be like to wash our cars? Like, we can all get washed together. And he's like, can I bring Lightning McQueen? I'm like, yeah. Right. Like, that'd be so cool. I think he would love that. Yeah. We're in the shower and we're putting the cars in the tub and we're putting soap on them. Like, you know, you gotta, like, work with it. You know what I mean? You gotta make it a little fun, even when you might not feel like it.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, it is annoying sometimes. You're like, bro, I just want this to be done. Like, this is adding so much time to what we're doing right now. Like, I need to go do this. Or, like, I just can't right now. Yeah.
Or can I just say, even when sometimes, like, they want you to play, like, make-believe. Yeah. I'm so bad at it. Bro. I try. Like, Callie, now, she, like, wants me to take her dolls or her bears, and she'll say, make it talk to Callie. That means I have to animate the object or the toy. And she figured that out herself. And so I take the Barbie, or I'll take the bear, or I'll take, what's her face?
Cinder.
I almost said brick. I literally thought of a brick in my head. And I'll take whatever toy she wants to do, and she'll say, Mommy, make it talk to Callie. And I'm like, okay. And I'll just start I'll literally get behind it. Hey, Callie. And she loves it. Yeah. She loves it. And then, but sometimes it'll be like, a really early morning wake up, like not like the usual time she wakes up, and I'm still like half asleep.
Yeah.
Or like I have a bunch of stuff to do that day, and I can't do it. And
Yeah.
I'm just like, I have to do this though. Like this is also a big responsibility of mine to I'm her person.
Yeah.
Literally, I am her person. And stop.
Here we go.
Oh my god.
And yeah, I'm gonna start crying. We're all gonna cry. God.
And you know, as much as like I think about the times where I'm like annoyed or like a little like impatient with her, or like just like she wants to play and I just really don't. I'm just like, ugh, I have to. Like I literally have to.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm not going ugh because like I hate it, but like it's like bittersweet, I guess.
Yeah.
You know, it's like you're trying to figure out your life and you have things to do for yourself, but hey, you have this little tiny human trying to learn how to do life, and you're the person who
Brought them here.
and has to teach them how to do life because that's your job. And you know, I think we've said it before, but when you think about these things and you might worry that you're not being a good mom, you are a good mom.
Uh-huh.
You are, like, because I'm like, okay, I'm trying my best. Okay, like think about this, like next time you're with her, like let's do this next time we're with her, like, you know, it's my mind's constantly running and she's on it.
Yeah.
You know, that's where I'm like, okay, I'm trying my best, and that's all that matters.
Yeah. And sometimes, like, in the midst of those moments, I realize, because I do notice when I'm acting a fool. Like, I won't lie. I notice when I'm yelling, when I'm upset, when I'm irritated, and I'm showing it. And I'm like, fucking fuck. Like, now I'm even more frustrated with myself.
Yeah.
But in the moments that I'm able to, like, step back a little bit and, like, explain a little more.
Right, yeah.
And, like, be a little more patient. Be like, hey, I'll give you a second. Scream. Go ahead. Scream.
Right.
Allow yourself this time to do that. That's something I started doing recently, is that I'm in his face, like, what do you want? What do you need? Like, how can I help you? And, like, you know, I'm still trying to, like, meet him halfway, but he's still very high in those emotions. I'm like, I need you to level the fuck out. So I'm gonna wait for the waters to calm before I'm like, now how can I help you?
Before you dive in.
Yes, exactly. Because trying to do that, and, like, honestly, I just feel like they're overwhelmed. When we're like, oh, like, do you want this? Do you want that? Do you want to do this? Do you want to watch that? Like, girl, they don't even know what's even happening right now.
My mom does that a lot with Callie.
I've noticed. Your mom does that a lot.
She's like, well,
general.
do you want this? Do you want that? What about this? And she's like, no!
Yeah.
I'm like, mom, give her a second. Give her a second. And it's usually a lot of the time I'll pull her away and we sit in silence maybe for a second, or there's nothing around us. She calms down.
Yeah.
I'm like, it is that they are overwhelmed with everything we're throwing at their face trying to help them. But really, I think they're just like, there's just too much happening in their body and in their brain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Romeo, his thing is, like, he doesn't want to say yes to anything that you're suggesting because he might want all of it. He might not want any of it. He probably is just, he can't wrap his head around, like, what's even really going on right now. And this happened the other day. We got home from school and he took, like, a little nap in the car, and he wakes up, we go inside, and he's just there with his eyes closed, yelling. Like, yelling. And he's, like, trying to talk, but, like, no words are coming out. And I'm like, Romeo, are you tired? He's like, no. Like, that's the only thing he was really saying was no. I'm like, okay, are you hungry? No. Like, everything I was saying, he was no. And he's screaming, and his eyes are closed, and he, like, gets up at one point, and he just reaches out for me. And I'm holding him, but he's still, like, whining. So I bring him over to the mirror. And I'm like, look at yourself right now. Like, look at what you're doing. And he's, like, looking at himself. He's still like he's still doing that. And I'm like, do you see yourself? Does that look happy right now? He's like, no. I'm like, okay, so how can we change that? And he's still at the same moment not listening to me.
Yeah.
And not even taking in anything I'm saying. He's saying no to everything. And so I sit him down, and we're still looking at the mirror, and I'm like, do you need a moment? And he's like, just whining. And I'm like, okay, I want to give you a moment to understand what you need. Minutes pass.
Yeah.
I'm like, now can I help you? And he's still doing it. And this was like 20-30 minutes of me, like, just be like, okay, stepping back, coming back in. How about now? Okay, no? All right, cool. Eventually, at one point, I'm like, do you want to go in my room? Like, you just want to, like, lay down for a second? Let's just take a moment.
Right.
He's like, yeah. After a long time.
Yeah.
He's still whining. We go in my room. He sits in my bed. He's like, Mommy, I want that blanket. Puts on the blanket. He's laying there. He's like, Mommy, I want apple juice.
That's like Callie.
I was like, okay. He's like, can you put something on the TV for me? I'm like, all right.
Yeah.
I gave him all the stuff. I was like, is that what you wanted? He said, yeah.
He just wants to chill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
After he wasn't just screaming and kicking and throwing himself and throwing everything and yelling at me. And I sit there afterwards. I was like, are you calm now? He's like, yeah. I was like, okay, I need you to listen to me for a second. I can't read your mind. I don't know what you're thinking. I don't know what you want unless you talk to me. I need you to talk to me because the only way I can help you. I understand you have a lot of emotions, but I can't meet you halfway if you're fighting me the whole time and pushing me away. Like, no, that's not how it's going to work. We need to work together. I was like, can you read my mind? Do you know what I'm thinking? He's like, no. I was like, exactly, because I didn't say it. I need you to say what you feel. And he goes, Mommy, I won't do that again.
Oh.
And I'm like, to me, I'm like, that's just amazing, honestly, just to see, again, your child display the knowledge that you are teaching them.
Literally.
It's those little moments. Obviously, in the moment, I'm fucking annoyed. But that day, I was like, you know what? I'm really aware of myself right now. And if I start yelling at him, I don't think this is going to get any better. Because he's already yelling. Someone's already yelling. Why the fuck are you yelling even more?
Yeah.
Why are you adding to it?
Yeah.
You don't need to do that. So, again, that's not always the case. Yeah, I just think the idea of what you said earlier of how we want our kids to be good kids. We want them to be good in society, you know, what they contribute and how they treat other people and stuff. And I really, what it comes down to is you.
Yeah.
Because if you're a good person and they're constantly aware of that and they see that, they're absorbing that, they will mirror that. Again, the outside noise is very hard to control, you know, and that's just what it is. But I think we need to teach them, like, regardless of what is on the outside, you need to still look inward. You still need to focus on yourself and what you're presenting. There will always be things that are out there.
Right.
There will always be situations that you shouldn't be in and you're going to get into anyway, because that's just life itself. You have to learn sometimes and you're going to have to go through this. Yeah. But I also want you to come to me and talk about these things, because at the end of the day, I get you. I am you. I don't like the idea of the older generation. It was like where a parent feels as though they're better than their kid, or feels like their kid shouldn't be doing these things, or judging them, or yelling them, or grounding them. It's like, how the fuck else do I learn, bitch? Like, you know what I mean? Like, how else will they learn?
We meet them at the same level.
Yeah.
Literally. I think it should always be equal, because then they can feel more trustworthy in you. They can feel more connected to you. And that's really the kind of relationship that I strive for with Callie. Like, I really, when I think about her growing up, I want to be close. I want her to be like, that's my mama. I'm like, yeah, bitch. Like, I really want that to be a thing. And I want her, like you said, to come to me with things. I want her to ask me things, ask for advice. Mom, is this right? Mom, should I be listening to this person? Like, you know, like, trust me. I'll trust you. I want to guide you and I want to help you. And that's what I always want to do. Like, no matter the circumstance, no matter what kind of situation or the people involved, like, I am here.
Yeah.
And I really want to make that apparent to her from now until forever. Like, for sure. Oh my God. She'll be watching this back one day. Let me just say, this is crazy.
Hey, kids.
Hey. I just thought of that when I was saying that. I'm like, oh my gosh, she could be hearing me.
Yeah. Talk
one
about
day.
it.
And it's very important to make sure that you are able to take care of yourself so that you, of course, can take care of your kids, and you can teach them the things that maybe nobody taught you, and something that you were able to pick up and learn along the way. And now you're like, I want to pass this down. Like, I want this to be embedded in their brains. Yeah. And something I think is really important too is, like, I think, like, just being very, and I'm just thinking about, like, in today's world now, street smart like, and you know, I'm not, you can be smart in like the books and school and everything, but bro, being street smart nowadays is very important.
It'll save your life.
That's what I'm saying. Like, and I don't like to think about those things, but I have to.
Yeah.
Because I'm a mom and I have a kid, and you know, one day she'll be out on her own, or one day she'll be out hanging out with her friends or something. She needs to be smart about her surroundings, about the people she meets, about everything that she encounters out in the outside world. She has to be smart about everything, and anything could happen. Mm-hmm. And that's really it. Literally anything could happen, and you hear the stories every day, all the stuff that people have gone through, that children have gone through, and I really just want to teach her from an early age to be very aware of everything around her and to trust her gut. Yeah. Always. That's so important to me.
You know what's crazy? My mom growing up, this is probably like first grade. My mom used to make us she used to make us watch these videos of like self-defense in case we were ever kidnapped.
I love that.
The way that built like a fear in me like no other. Like, I walk into a grocery store, and I don't know if I said this before. I walk into a grocery store and I'm like, there is someone in here who is a rapist. And that is like a crazy thing to say, first of all. But I'm like, statistically, if it's a Saturday day and we're at a Target, somebody here is a rapist or molest children or
a predator. Yes.
Or yes. Mm-hmm. Like, and sorry if that's triggering, because it definitely is, but it's something I think about, because from a very young age my mom was like, there are bad people out here that will get you. And I'm like, they will not.
They will not.
They will not be getting me, because guess the fuck what, bitch, I'm gone. Bitch, I'm out.
On that note.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I don't really want to talk more about that, to be honest, because I don't really like thinking about it. Again, very real. It is something that we have to be aware of. But
my dad did teach me how to kick guys in the balls at a very young age.
Okay.
Yeah.
Period.
Just had to put that out there.
As he should. The fuck?
No, literally.
But go ahead. Could be used at any point of your life. But aside from the scary shit, aside from all our worries and the things we overthink and the, you know, the stuff we can't control.
Yeah.
I think what I really want to teach Romeo and what I want to teach our kids is like to believe in yourself, to trust in yourself, to be yourself.
Yeah.
Be who you are. Don't hold back from anybody.
Mm-hmm. And whoever doesn't like it, F them.
Yeah. Because guess what? Mommy loves you.
Right.
Titi loves you.
Literally.
Your daddy loves you.
Mm-hmm.
Callie loves you.
Yep.
There's so many people who love you. We talked about it last time. When it comes to friends, I really want him to just realize that, like, I've always thought this about him. I was like, yo, you are, I don't know what it is about you, but you are the shit. Like, and this is me before, when I was pregnant. I'm like, I don't know what it is about this kid. Like, he's chosen. He's something about him. He's so special.
He's so cool.
He's so cool. Yeah. He's a cool guy. Every day I see him, I'm like, you're just a little boy. He's like, yeah, I am.
What about it?
Yeah. I'm like, you're right. You're so right.
You're right.
It's so cool. Like, they're so cool. And I don't want him to think he's never not cool.
Right.
I don't want Callie to ever think that she's not that bitch, because the fuck.
Right. Bro, teaching them their self-worth from a very young age is going to be so impactful of how they grow up. Like, it's going to make the biggest difference. Like, I don't think I had nobody teaching me about my worth at like 12 years old.
Yeah.
Hello? No, I didn't have anybody talking to me about that. But imagine, like, they're like getting into their preteens, right? Maybe they're about to start high school, junior high, whatever. And we're like, do you know that you're that girl? Do you know you're that really cool guy? Like, do you know that? I hope you know that, because you are. And whoever tells you that you're not, they're lying to you.
Yeah.
Literally. And because I'm like, thinking back when I was 12, I'm like, I had to learn myself, I guess. I'm still working on it.
Yeah.
But when their mommies tell them that, or like their titis tell them that, their uncles or their dads or whatever, it's like they'll have that mindset, and they'll get to walk around with their head held up high.
Yeah.
And not take shit from anybody. Yeah. For real. And yeah.
Yeah, and there's like the big thing about like how you hold yourself, how you carry yourself. Mm-hmm. That shit is just something that we just have to build up.
Mm-hmm. They're gonna be so confident, bro.
Yeah.
Like, we're gonna make them so confident in themselves. Oh my god.
No, it's amazing. And
I
think because, like, you know, again, when we said in the beginning, very spiritual, very knowledgeable of how, you know, a person develops. We think a lot into that shit. And the stuff that we do for ourselves, journaling, podcasting, interacting with people we've never met, you know. Romeo comes up to me all the time. He's like, Mommy, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm editing the podcast. He's like, is that Rachel? I'm like, yeah. He's like, where am I at? Because he, like, assumes, like, he's here for some reason.
And maybe he's just used to, like, seeing himself, like, right across the
yeah,
room.
no, for sure. But, like, you know, sometimes he sits there and he just watches me edit. And I'm like, we're talking about some real shit. You know, when he sees anything, like, cool, he's like, Mama, take a picture of that. I'm a photographer. His daddy's a photographer. He sees, like, you know, we pull out the camera when something's cool or when we like something or whatever. He's saying that all the time. Let me see it. Like, you know?
Yeah.
It's the littlest things that I'm like, you're getting it.
Yeah.
And I think because of the people that we are, we're not normal. I'm gonna be real honest with you because that's just something I have to say about us.
Right.
We are not normal moms.
We didn't graduate college and get a normal job, a 9 to 5. We didn't.
Yeah.
And
we're chasing a dream.
Yes.
Like dreams.
Literally multiple dreams.
Yeah.
And our children get to see that as we go along the process and the journey. And maybe one day they might want to take part in that and be like, you know what? I want to do something that like they're doing. Or maybe they don't want to do something like we're doing, and maybe they do want to get a job, be a doctor, be a lawyer.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Whatever you want.
Literally. And
I'm gonna support you,
bro,
though.
me and Keenan have talked about this. Like, we've always said, like, when Callie grows up, I am going to support anything she does. She could come to me and be like, Mom, I'm going to be a farmer. Oh my God.
Right.
Thank God. Everything's a celebration. Truly.
Right, because you know how expensive eggs are, bitch.
Give me the eggs. Get them chickens. But what's it called? Yeah, everything is going to be a celebration to me because I know what it feels like to express something that maybe I loved or was excited about and then been
shot down.
Yeah. Like, no, you shouldn't be doing that. Oh, why are you doing that?
Yeah.
Never is that going to be me. I will never let my child feel like I'm doubting them in what they want to do that makes them happy. Ever.
What they desire, you know,
Literally.
what they dream of. I actually had this thought the other day, and I was like, oh, that's kind of a bar, bro. Like, I literally to myself thinking, I'm like, damn, I don't really know how to talk. Ooh. But I think back to, like, my younger self, who I've had to heal in a way, because I always wanted to do greater things. I'm not gonna lie to you. I want to do things that were out of the ordinary. And I thought about all the times that someone told me that what I wanted wasn't realistic. For someone to tell me that now, I'd be like, good. I hope it's not realistic.
Right.
I'm not chasing reality. I'm chasing a dream. Because that's the truth. I don't want the normal shit. I don't want to be like the rest of y'all. And that's no offense to anybody because we need normal people. We need people who are okay with just how life is and how they were dealt the cards and they're, you know, they're fine with it. And that's perfectly fine. Good. I love that for you. This is my life. And I want our kids to know this is your life. We don't know what happens after this, the afterlife, whatever. There's a lot of ideas of what happens after this. This is right now. Do what you need to do right now.
Literally.
Figure out what you need to do right now. Fuck up, fail, all that's perfectly fine. Because guess what? You're only learning. You're only growing from these experiences. This is not taking you back. This is pushing you forward. Everything that you go through is literally leading you to where you're meant to be. So don't hold back. Don't be ashamed.
Fall down 9, get up 10.
Yes. Don't be ashamed of who you are. Don't be afraid to be who you are. And take pride in that shit and lift other people up while you're doing it.
Exactly. Be a good-hearted person. Like, if I always think back, like, to when I, like, first started getting into my modeling career. I always thought, like, oh, I have this inspiration and that role model. But then I'm like, wait a minute, like, now, like, I kind of want to be my own inspiration. And I feel like, you know, teaching them as they grow up, like, you can be your own inspiration. You can be your own motivation. Like, I think that's amazing, too. You know, like, they are literally going to gain so much from us because of the fact that we didn't go down the stable route, the comfortable route. Like, they're gonna be like, I just think that's so cool. Like they're just gonna be like, well, no, like my mom does this or my dad does that, like, and no, they're not like normal people, but like I love them and I love what they do, and they're teaching me that I can do anything that I want to do.
Right. And they're here with us as we're on that journey. We're in the midst, we're kind of in the beginning of that journey. I'm not gonna lie to you. We're in the beginning stage of the rest of our lives. Mm-hmm. And they are literally at the age right now where they are forming like the ability to remember this shit. Yeah. They're going to remember what it is right now and see where it goes. And I honestly, truthfully hope, and I don't know if this is gonna make me cry.
Oh my goodness.
Fuck. That just got me. I just hope they're proud of us.
Right. Oh my god.
Like, fuck. Like, as much as, like, we, like, are proud of our kids all the time, like, I want my kid to be proud of me.
I think they already are.
What the fuck? That's the crying. Oh my
Every
god.
time. Every time without a fail.
Shit. Oh.
I truly believe that they are already proud of us simply because we're their mommies.
Yeah.
Honestly. And as they grow up and as we grow up, so like I think we are going to make them really fucking proud. And I think they are, you know, as long as we teach them the things we want to teach them and raise them the way we want to raise them, I think they're going to grow up and be like proud to say we're their moms. Like that's something that I strive for in motherhood. Yeah. I want my daughter to be like, this is my mom. This, like, literally look at my mom. Like, right. You know, like I want that. Like that, and I think that's so cool because I've seen it on TikTok. I'm like, people are like, this is my mommy. Those. I'm like, hello? Is this real?
No, I love those relationships. It's so beautiful to see. I'm like, fuck, that's what I want. No, that's literally exactly what I want.
Literally.
And they be grown.
That's what I'm saying.
That's kids, what I'm saying. Adults,
like it'd be like a girl our age, like be like, this is my mommy and she's my everything. I'm right. Like, oh my god.
There's like that. I don't know if you know of that one girl whose mom records her every time she gets dressed.
Yes,
yes. You know, she hypes her up every time. And I'm like, oh, I love it. I love it.
So good. I know they have like this really big ass closet too, and like they're always like trying on stuff from TikTok shop. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I love that shit.
Yeah.
God, that's all we want.
And that's all we will be, right. Honestly. Because I believe in us. And I know, you know, the journey's going to be hard. But, you know, I think we are very, like, motivated, spiritual people. We always see things for the better no matter what we're going through. And we honestly really do try our fucking best. Yeah. I feel like there's never a time where we just are like, fuck it all.
Yeah.
Ever. Even when we get pushed,
feel that way.
Even
like, fuck
that's
this.
What I'm saying. Even when we get pushed to the point of like, oh my god, I'm on the edge, but then something brings us back every time.
Yeah.
And I think that's just become like a part of us, a part of our journey to where it's like, no matter how many times we get like punched in the face, like we always get up.
Yes.
We always get up, bro. Yeah. Every time.
Yeah. And we like, as friends, oh god, I hope we don't cry now.
Stop!
I feel as though whenever either of us is going through something, it's like, bro, like, it is not even like a hey. It's never a hey.
Crying?
Whenever we hit each other up, it's never a hey.
Never.
It's like, bro, like, we're just going off.
Hello.
No, literally.
And you're like, what's wrong? Every time. Tell me what happened.
Right. I was like, what's going on?
Yeah. And it's like, we talked about this in the last episode about like our friendship and how there's never been judgment and how we've always been there for each other through everything. And you know, getting to build that same relationship with our kids one day in the future, and maybe they'll have that relationship together. I'm gonna cry again. Like, what is happening? But yeah, like I said, maybe one day Romy and Callie will have that relationship too. Mm-hmm. They're gonna be best friends, and they're gonna.
Hope so.
I hope so too.
Even though when I found out you're having a girl, I was like, oh, wife.
Wifey. Who knows?
I low-key wished on it because I was like, then we're actually related.
Literally.
Then we're in the same family for real.
Literally. We share the same bloodline. That's crazy.
I'm manifesting it for some. Keenan probably hates that.
He would hate it. He would fucking hate it.
But I also think he wouldn't.
Yeah.
That's his nephew.
Yeah. Now I'm thinking about, like, Leek. Leek be like, yo, bro.
Yeah, but he would still...
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. We don't know until it would, like, happen. And I think it would be a way different than what they say.
Yeah.
They're a lot of talk. Men are a lot of talk when it comes to their
talk.
kids. And,
all
like,
the time.
the nephews and the nieces. They talk a lot until shit happens.
Exactly.
Now what?
Now what? But, I don't know. It could go either way. They could grow up as super close, like, cousins, honestly. Or, in the future, they might, I don't know, do something. But, but I definitely do know that they're going to be very close. And they're going to get to grow up together, and because literally we're with each other all the time, and so they're going to be with each other all the time. And, you know, of course we don't know what the future looks like, but I just know that, you know, as long as we always just stick together with each other and be there for each other, and then they see that we're there for each other, it's going to be great for them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't wait to
Me
see everything.
too.
I just love everything even just now as it exists. I think we talk a lot about the future.
But present day,
But present day, right now, I love it. I love to sit in the room and absorb it. I love to see them now playing with each other.
Bro,
and,
I
like,
know.
Romeo wanting to come over here and not fight her and run her over with the fucking shopping cart.
I still remember that.
He said, like, bro!
My poor Callie.
No,
and
like-
she still got up and was chasing him around.
Yeah, she didn't care. She's like, I love you, though. And he's like, bitch. He didn't care at all.
Callie loves that boy so much. Literally loves him to death.
And he'd just be like,
Just nonchalant about it.
no, just looking at her. And then she wants his stuff, and it's a whole...
And then it's a whole thing, yeah.
Like, bro, please. But they, you know, that relationship is forming right now. And, you know, they might fucking think each other... They might think that either of them is annoying at one point.
Yeah.
Like, bro, I can't fucking stand him.
No, literally.
But then, like, you know, you grow older. It's like with your siblings. You know, like, you fight a lot when you're younger, and then you grow older, and you're like... Are you good?
Are
like,
you good? Like, is everything
this,
okay?
Like, how are you feeling right now? Like, what's
Yeah.
going on? You know, it's just allowing life to just do what it does. Because in the end, I truly believe in, like, destiny. I believe in everything's meant to happen the way that it does. And so I think at the end of the day, like, don't put too much pressure on yourself to get everything right. Because at the end of the day, you literally can't.
Yeah.
You are not able to control everything that they do. You can try, but guess what? That's only going to make it worse. You just have to do what you do best, which is be you, do it well, show them how to do it well, take accountability, because at the end of the day, you're not perfect. You're going to fuck up. You're going to yell. You're going to be frustrated. You're going to be angry. And that's normal. And you need to teach them that that's also normal, but you can't let that be what controls you. You got to, again, take control. Because that's our responsibility, is to do that for ourselves and teach them how to do it for themselves. It's like teaching your kid how to drive. Eventually we'll do that too. Fuck, I'm scared.
Jesus. Listen.
But now, think about it now. If you learned how to drive, don't you, like, know how to drive so well that you don't even realize that you know how to drive? Like,
Sometimes I go blank and just don't even know how I got home.
like, did I stop at that stop sign?
But listen, I was driving that vehicle. I was working it and I got home.
Yeah. And sometimes I'm literally sitting there driving. I'm like, how the fuck am I doing this right now? I'm like, and everybody's doing this?
No, I have those thoughts too. Or I'll be driving, I'm like, I've been doing this for like 12 years.
Right?
I'm like, how? Why? Like,
And you can't unlearn it.
No.
You're just, now that you know this thing, that's just something that you know, and that's just a part of you now. Like, I can drive. I have a license.
Literally.
I can show you.
Literally. And yeah.
That's how it is with life.
Literally, I was going to say, every mistake is a lesson learned. And every lesson that we're able to learn, we can pass down to them.
Yeah.
And it's just like driving. If you're a bad driver, might teach your kids how to be a bad driver or something.
Right. Put them in a school, bro. They can learn correctly, because...
Literally. Thank God I'm a good driver, I would say.
Yeah. Rachel has to go pick up Callie.
I do. I have a
This was a
time
good
crunch.
one, though.
This was a very good one. We cried, as always, and
Always
we
the crying.
laughed, and we talked about some random shit. We also...
Took some shots.
We took some shots. We did with our little friend here.
Oh, yeah. Miss
Maybe
Girl.
she'll make another appearance.
I know,
Unless
I love
Callie
her.
just like loses her somewhere.
Oh, I hope not. Cinder.
Cinder.
That sounds like we made it up.
Right? No, literally. Like, bitch, Cinder. Hello? I don't know. Maybe next time she's here, Callie will have a new name for her. I have a feeling if I tell her that she's a dragon, she's gonna want to name her dragon.
Ugh.
Yeah. So, I have to see. Or if I say Beanie Baby, or she's gonna name it something that I say.
Just be like, what's her name? That's what I do with Romeo.
She's
I'm
gonna
like,
say
what's
Sweetie.
her name?
Every time.
Oh my gosh.
Every time I give her a new baby or a stuffed animal, I'm like, what's her name? Sweetie. Of course. Everything's Sweetie because our dog is Sweetie.
I gave Romeo this little apple the other day. It's like a little plushie and it's so cute. And I'm like, it's an apple. What do you want to name it? He said, Apple Cherry. And I was Apple
Period.
Cherry. He's like, yeah. I was like, that's his name? He's like, yeah.
Oh.
I'm like, okay, that's Apple Cherry then.
Love Apple Cherry.
Period.
So cute. But yeah, this was a really good episode, and I feel like talking about this was really important, you know, talking about lessons to be learned and, you know, working on ourselves as mothers and as parents and just being very, very aware of ourselves and like how we do things. I think that's all something that is ties into literally, what am I saying? Can you take the wheel? Help.
Oh,
Bro,
why does it happen every time?
Every time.
Oh my god. Yeah, I think, I don't know what you were saying, but...
Bitch, I don't know either. Words were just spilling.
She said, yeah, just taking accountability for yourself and knowing the impact that you have on your child is just honestly the biggest thing, one of the biggest things of motherhood and parenthood. And knowing that you're gonna fuck up and that's perfectly fine. Mm-hmm. Your kid's gonna fuck up and that's perfectly fine. Mm-hmm. And you just kind of have to run with it and accept it and move on and grow from it, and that's just life. We're going to continuously do the same thing for the rest of our lives because that's what happens when we became mothers, when they seed entered our womb and then we formed these little beings that are now annoying.
That are now up my ass.
Right. Literally. Get out. What are you doing in there? Back up. We love them though.
We love them.
It's so weird. How does that happen?
I don't know. You posted a clip, I said, babies are weird.
No, literally.
They are. Motherhood's weird. Everything's weird. Life is weird sometimes.
It's
Fuck.
so weird. Oh my god.
Fuck it, but we're just doing it.
I'm weird.
It's okay to be weird. I like being weird. But we're just doing it, and keep doing your thing, and just know you're doing the best you can, and we're proud of you.
Yes.
And I'm proud of us. And I'm
your
proud of our
kids
babies.
are proud of you.
Your kids are proud of you. Everybody's proud of everybody, guys, okay?
Love
this
that.
is a very supportive system you have right now, so I'm just letting you know that we love you.
We love you very much. And Rachel has to go, so let's sign the fuck off.
I know, I'm so sorry. I'm like trying to get my words
No, it's
out.
okay.
I'm like panicking.
It's okay. I think we're doing great.
But,
so, be sure to follow us on our social medias if you enjoyed this. If you want to see more of this, little clips, little moments. We're going to try to do more. We always are trying to do more.
very funny clips, honestly.
Yes.
I'd be cracking up.
I know, but more than anything, we want to see you and
Yeah.
your life and your kids and what you got going on and how you feel.
DM us.
Right.
Send us
Please.
a message. Leave comments. We try to reply. We usually reply.
Yes.
And we want to talk to you, honestly. We love talking to you guys. We love seeing that you want to interact with us and that we do create a safe space for you because that's our goal.
Yes.
So yeah, all of our socials are at A Young MILF Podcast. That's where you can find us on all platforms.
Yep. Instagram, Threads, Lemon8.
Yes.
YouTube, TikTok. Damn.
Yeah, God damn.
Like shit.
I know.
Look at us go, man.
And
Love that for us.
Love that. And you can follow us individually on I almost said on Rachel Anastasia. Hello. What is that? My Instagram is Rachel Anastasia as well as my TikTok.
And my Instagram is at Janni Rach. And my TikTok is your fave hot MILF. Because period.
Yeah. Okay, we love you guys so much. Thank you guys for listening and watching.
Yes.
So
we might be a mess, but I hope you love it.
I think they always love the mess.
I think you want this.
Oh. It's getting hot in here. Ooh. Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, I gotta go.
She gotta go. She gotta bounce. He said, I'm a bounce.
Okay.
Bounce.
I just thought of this really weird TikTok I have to show you.
Of the cows?
No!
Oh.
What cows?
I I don't know, they use that song with, like, the R. Kelly song, like, bounce back, and there's, like, cows with no legs, so they're, like, potatoes, and they're, like, hopping like this. It's like, bounce,
That sounds
bounce,
like
bounce,
a fever
bounce.
dream of mine.
I thought that's what you're talking about. But I guess not. I guess
I have to watch that one too.
Yeah.
Okay. Bye, guys.
Bye. See you later.
Oh, my hip's stuck.
Oh. Help her.
Oh, I stepped on the ground.
No!
Oh my god, bro, all that time and now I step on it.
Not the cheese. What is it called?
Not the
I want to
cheese.
I want to call it a cheese biscuit for some
Cheese
reason.
biscuit, the chopped cheese, bitch.
That.
Jesus.
That one.